Well, I was coughing at the beginning. You join us for the training video where it's just going out of shot. Mr. Murky with his slipper and his spanner. Good fella with his unique camouflage at the minute. On the other side of the tank it says he uses really as his inscription and like a lion emblem. That's how I spot him in these videos. But this is what I'm hoping for, is that we end up with names on the side, so that in the videos I can shoot it like this without all the daft stuff going on, you know, the green outlines and all that. Which I'll show you in a bit. So there's me, overexpose yourself. There's Billy, who has a Union Jack on one side and a Lover with a dagger through it on the other. That one's sorted. That was Des in his KV-85, no inscriptions whatsoever. Skip it. And the dock, no inscriptions. And I'll talk about that later when you've watched the video. You probably know what I'm on about by now, because I think I've told everybody. So, we're at the top of the hill, we've had no contact, and we're getting up ready for the assault on 2. But we go straight through it on this, you'll see that later on. Now that finishes and works. There's the Rudy and the symbol on Goodfellas tank. There's Over, so you can't miss him, can you? Billy staying in the back, Skipper, the dock, and obviously Cold Steel. Just watch the precision on these guys. The guys with the stars on the barrels, I might add. We don't get that for now, you know. Check this out. This is what we like when we're crossing gaps, where there's a good chance they're going to have stuff waiting for us. The idea is get as much across the gap intact as possible, so you have a tank that shields everybody else. There you go. In this case it's Murky and well protected. Perfect. Here's where it goes wrong. Bump. 3 down. You know about that. Why are we doing that still? Okay, there's that bit. So here's the next bit, and we get past the gap, and as soon as we're past the gap I get it. So in a second I'm going to drop back, get behind these tanks and go in last, because I've got less health than everybody else now. It's going to kick off, so let's slow it down and see what happens. Murky's first in. There you are, he's took a dig. He's going to take another one. He should really get out the way now. Let somebody else start leading. Here's a technique that I've observed when I've played in other teams that works quite well. When you're entering a situation where you've got an objective, which in this case is the Tiger 2 and the IS-3 behind the wall just coming into view now. There's plenty of time to do what you want to do. The idea is to let them fire first. Let them fire first, because you'll be on the move. Good chance of them bouncing. As soon as they fired, stop or get into a position where you can fire at the tank in the open and fire. Then start moving again. You've got about 8 seconds to do that, because normally what happens is when you all go in, they all fire within about 2 or 3 seconds of each other. So everybody's fired. That's when you sit, focus everybody on the same tank, and bang, let him have it. I'm doing it in this shot now. I've even got my turret backwards because I'm safe from the other tanks. I've made the run. I've got my position. Bang, have that. And now I'm going to move again. It's another one. Don't cover the action. when we're attacking like this and we've got this objective, like in this case these two tanks, like I said, don't get in too close, blocking other people's shots. We've talked about that before. Doesn't really happen here. I mean, I bump into the back of skipping, make a bit of a mess of it here, but bear in mind where you are and who's about. Use that stop, fire and move approach again. Bang, and we're moving. See, I'm on the move when he fires back. He hits Billy. So here's one. Look after other tanks. Billy's been tracked. He's vulnerable because he's facing away from two other tanks. Get behind him and stop admitting him. Shield the other guys. It should be common knowledge now. There's another one gone. They're gone, and it's straight onto the one in the cap. There's three of us calling for it, I think. But he's going to spin round in a minute and catch up. I'm already on my way. I'm looking for that dead tank cover right up outside of him and going to try and get round back of him, because they're hard as nails, these IS-6s from a distance. Everything bounces off front of these. I've just been tracked. Goodfellas on his way to the left of him, and I think Skippy's on the same side of him as well. And Billy's catching up now. We should be a bit tighter and look where Goodfella is. He's right up on him. Because I got tracked, I couldn't get there and I'm out now anyway. He knew I had nothing left. Focused me out. Skippy's got one coming round the back, so he's off having a go at that. He's going to get in a peekaboo position, I presume, and wait for him to pop his head out. And there I'm just playing out now. I think this is all, well, I know this is all over for him. A nice get out the way around there, I like that one. And a bit of Billy finishing it off. Not too bad, there's some good bits in there. And if we can try and introduce these techniques, it only improves things. That going across gaps, dropping back when you're injured, not diving in there when you're full health. When you're half health. Remembering when you go into them situations, let them fire first because you're on the move. Let them fire, sit, fire back, then move on. Doddle.